Telling your story. WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. The man charged with murder at a Clay County nightclub made his first court appearance this morning. Justice Court Judge Thomas Hampton set bond for 23-year-old Tyler Brooks of Macon at $1.6 million. Brooks is charged with one count of first-degree murder. That is the $1 million part of that bond. He's also charged with 12 counts of aggravated assault. That's the $600,000 part of the bond. On March 3rd, one person died and 12 others were injured after multiple shots were fired at Oasis Lounge. 20-year-old Talise Chandler was killed in the attack. Investigators say they expect more arrests to be made. They're not stopping, they say, until they catch everyone involved in this crime. If Brooks makes his bail, he will be required by the court to wear an ankle monitor. The court will appoint a public defender for Brooks. A gun reported stolen in Starkville has been found in Tupelo. Now a man there is facing charges. The investigation started in June when Tupelo police pulled over a driver for a traffic violation. When they searched the vehicle, officers reportedly found a gun that had been reported stolen from Starkville. This week, they arrested Devontae Robinson of Tupelo. He's charged with possession of a stolen firearm. A municipal court judge set his bond at $5,000. Charges have been dropped against a woman in Tupelo after a domestic shooting. Police say the shooting happened Wednesday afternoon at Hillsdale Apartments. Officers found a man with a gunshot wound to his arm. He was treated and released from the hospital. A woman on the scene was eventually charged with aggravated domestic violence. At a Thursday court hearing, those charges were dismissed in Tupelo Municipal Court. The case will be presented to a grand jury. If you have any information about this incident, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi. The search for 3 Monroe County siblings has a happy ending when the trio were found safe in the woods near their home. That search and the rescue effort Thursday afternoon brought together first responders from a number of agencies who use their skills, training, technology, and a K-9 team to track the children. Our Allie Martin tells us more.
As soon as Monroe County Sheriff's deputies requested assistance for a missing persons call on Doss Drive, the county's Emergency Operation Mobile Command Unit and Search and Rescue Team were headed to the scene, along with other first responders.
We wanted to try to get out there and make a difference and help the community.
Amory Fire Chief Zach McGonigal was making sure the Monroe County Search and Rescue Team had whatever resources were needed to find the missing kids, ages 4, 6, and 7. The base for operations was the Mobile Command Unit. Inside, there is still a diagram of the search area on a dry erase board. Tony Garza is the Search and Rescue Team commander. He says technology and training were put to use.
We use drones now. We use the science based off of lost person analysis. We use managing lost person incident classes. We have trackers that we put on teams that go out that overlay on maps that's running live feeding into our command posts so that we can actually see live data of where our teams are searching at.
Once foot tracks were found in fresh mud, a K-9 team from the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks was called in.
About 15 minutes after all of that started coming together, we were able to locate the children. They were in great spirits. They were, happy to see us. Of course, they'd been out there in the woods for an unknown amount of time, but they had a few scratches. But other than that, they were happy and just glad that somebody had came out there with them. They were telling us a story about how they were doing a treasure hunt and how they had found a cat and was kind of chasing the cat through the woods.
It can only take a couple of seconds for kids to slip away unnoticed, especially in a wooded area. Garza says there are some precautions parents and guardians can take.
Accidents happen, and that's why we're here. That's why we train, and we've seen it numerous times. There's numerous cases where you just briefly take your eyes off the children and they're gone. The biggest thing is just talking with children and helping them to understand that if you ever get separated, this is what I need you to do. And for kids that age, we try to refer to the Hug a Tree program, and we just want them to understand if you get in a situation where you don't know where you are anymore and you realize you need help, just stop. Don't move around anymore. Stay in that area and let us come find you.
Garza is glad this search and rescue call had a happy ending, and there was even a bonus for the kids.
Funny thing for us was somehow or another in a Halloween bucket they ended up with a baby kitten in it.
Telling your story in Monroe County, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
All right, we're glad for the happy ending there. Garza estimates there were more than 100 first responders. Many of them were volunteers helping in the search and rescue effort. One person was injured in a northern Lowndes County house fire. It happened about 2:30 this afternoon on Spurline Road. Firefighters could be seen at the back of the house knocking out windows in the front of the house. There was also heavy smoke and water damage, as you can see here. No word on the extent or of any injuries. Firefighters from Districts 1 and 2 and the Columbus Air Force Base responded to this fire. The cause is still under investigation.
Conditions are fairly calm in our northeastern corner right now, but looking off into the southwestern corner of the state, more rain is heading our way as we finish up this week and push our way into the weekend. Temperatures outdoors range now anywhere from the middle 80s to the upper 90s. 84 in Oxford, West Point, Starkville at 86, Tupelo 87, 88 now in Aberdeen, with 89 being the temperature at the Columbus Air Force Base. Over the next couple of hours, we'll fall out of those 80s into towards the middle 70s, expecting to be at about 76 by 10 p.m. Andrea.
Mississippi University for Women's Long Blue Line is a little longer today. The university held its summer commencement ceremony this morning. Graduates walked into Rent Auditorium for the event. Nursing, education, business, professional studies, along with the College of Arts and Sciences, all having graduates get their diplomas today. Bill Vandergriff received an honorary doctorate. The College of Nursing and Health Sciences was named after Vandergriff and his wife, Joanne. 369 students graduated this summer from the W. Congratulations to them.